Lenice flipped out when she found out that the airline lost her luggage. I want you to listen for the phrasal verb flip out in this sentence. Flip out is a really popular phrasal verb that you need to know if you're going to be around native English speakers, but it's not one that's typically taught in textbooks. Well, today I'm going to teach you 14 phrasal verbs just like flip out that you need to know that'll help you with your English vocabulary. And I'm actually going to teach it to you in context. So I'm going to give you a sentence and I want you to try and figure out what that phrasal verb means. And then we'll see if your guess was correct. And then I'll give you some examples. Let's give it a try with flip out. I'm going to read that example one more time. Listen for how flip out is used in context. Lenice flipped out when she heard that the airline had lost her luggage. How would you feel if an airline that you were flying with lost your luggage? You would probably feel sad, angry, really upset, maybe even a little crazy. Well, this is what flip out means. Flip out means to be angry and upset and even to go a little crazy. Did you correctly guess the meaning of flip out? Let me give you another example. Daniel flipped out when he found out that his sister had scratched his new car. Hey there, I'm Gabby. Welcome to my channel. Before we continue with the video, I just want to thank Preply for sponsoring this video. If you've never heard of Preply, Preply is an online tutoring platform. They have tutors from all over the world who do live one-on-one lessons where you can gain confidence and improve your English. I've partnered with Preply to get you a special discount on your first lesson. If you click the link in my bio, you can head over to Preply and you'll get a 50% off discount on your first lesson. This is just one of the many reasons why you need to try Preply. One of the great things about Preply is that you have customized learning plans. Your tutor will assess your English in your trial lesson and come up with a plan of how you can best improve your language skills. Not only that, but Preply is extremely flexible, so you can pick exactly whatever time you want to learn. If you learn best after work, if you have time before work, on the weekends, during the week, whatever time fits your schedule, you can find a qualified tutor that fits your needs. So if you want to improve your English in a personalized way with a qualified tutor, head over to the description, use my link, and get a really great discount on your trial lesson with Preply. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments. Are you ready to continue with the video? Let's learn some phrasal verbs. Here we go. The next phrasal verb is open up. Can you guess the meaning by listening to this sentence? After 2 weeks of asking Miriam what was wrong, she finally opened up about why she was upset. What do you think open up means here? To open up to someone means to share your thoughts, feelings, and opinions. Typically, we use this when someone doesn't want to share, but then they decide that they want to communicate better. Here's another example. All right, guys, I'm finally ready to open up about why Alex and I broke up. The next phrasal verb is duck out. Duck out. I'm so sorry I didn't get to say goodbye to you yesterday. I had to duck out at 10 o'clock. What do you think duck out means in this sentence? The phrasal verb duck out means to leave a place quickly, suddenly, and typically without even being able to say goodbye. So when something happens and we need to leave quickly, but we don't have a lot of time to say goodbye to everyone, we just say, it's time to duck out. Here's another example. You're so lucky you were able to duck out from yesterday's meeting. It lasted for 3 hours. The next phrasal verb is stand out. Can you guess the meaning? I was the only person at the party wearing a pink dress. I really stood out. If you go to a party and you're the only person wearing a bright pink dress, what do you think that means? Well, to stand out means to be easily noticeable. This means that everyone can see or notice you easily. Here's another example. Joel really stands out from the rest of his family because he's the only one with red hair. The next phrasal verb is step up. Step up. Ever since Joey's father got sick, he's had to step up and lead the family business. What do you think step up means here? Well, Joey's father was the leader and he got sick. So now Joey had to step up because his father is sick and he can't lead the business anymore. So the phrasal verb step up means to become responsible for something or to increase the level of your performance. So in this case, it means that Joey had to become responsible for the family business. He had to increase the level of his work because now he was the manager while his father was recovering. Here's another example. Jocelyn, we'd really like to promote you to manager because of all the ways that you've stepped up in the past 6 months. The next phrasal verb is drift apart. Javier and I have been drifting apart for the past few months. I think we need to break up. The word drift is typically used to describe something that is kind of floating along in the water without a specific direction. So if you want to visualize drifting apart, imagine 2 pieces of wood on the water and they're slowly moving separately. They're slowly moving further and further away from each other. Well, this is what the phrasal verb drift apart means. It means to slowly become more distant or less close to someone. So this is a common way to describe a relationship that used to be really good, but now it's not so great because 2 people have communicated less and their relationship is not as close. Here's another example. We used to be best friends in high school, but unfortunately during college, we drifted apart. The next phrasal verb is act up. Listen to the example sentence. I need to go to the Apple store after work tomorrow because my phone has really been acting up. What do you think it means in this context? If I have a phone and it's acting up, I need to go to the Apple store to get it fixed. So act up is when something is not working properly. Here's another example. We finally got a new car after our old car had been acting up for the past year. The next phrasal verb is string along. Stacy thought that her and Todd were going to get married, but the whole time, Todd was just stringing her along. The phrasal verb string along means to mislead someone. So you make them think that one thing is happening, but really your intention was different the whole time. We often use this when someone pretends that they have romantic feelings for someone. So typically someone gets hurt when another person is stringing them along. Here's another example. His managers made him think that he was getting a promotion, but the whole time they were stringing him along just so that he'd do extra work. So in this example, the managers needed extra work done, so they made him think that he was going to get a promotion if he did the extra work. But at the end of the day, he didn't get the promotion. So they strung him along, past tense. The next phrasal verb is wrap up. Do you think we can wrap things up by 3? Because I have a meeting at 3:15. Wrap up is a really popular phrasal verb that means to finish or complete or end something. Here's another example. She'll be wrapping up her senior year of high school in March. So she's actually applying to a lot of universities now. The next phrasal verb is feel out. Do you like the new manager? I'm really trying to feel him out to see if he's a nice guy. What do you think feel out means in this case? They got a new manager and they're trying to see if he's nice. So they're feeling him out. What do you think it means? When you feel something out, you try to get information about a situation, but you don't really want to ask direct questions. So if I want to know if someone's nice, I'm not going to ask them, hey, are you nice? No, I'm going to spend some time around them, see them in different situations, and see what their true character is like. Here's another example. I really don't want to go to the party either, but why don't we go and feel things out? And if we don't like it, we can leave. In this context, I'm saying that I'm not sure how a party's going to be, so we can go and test things out, feel how it is, and if we don't like it, we can leave. The next phrasal verb is lighten up. Mauricio, lighten up. We're only going to be 30 minutes late. To lighten up means to become less serious and more relaxed and more joyful. So if you're upset or if you're angry at a situation, your friends might say, come on, lighten up, so that you can be a little bit more happy and not so sad or angry. Here's another example. You really need to lighten up. It was just a joke. We didn't mean to hurt your feelings. The next phrasal verb is power through. Listen to the example sentence. Working out has been really difficult at times, but I really need to power through if I want to lose weight and get in shape. To power through means to continue and not to quit something even when it's difficult. So it's basically like saying, keep going, don't give up. Here's another example. I know that Justin is really difficult to work with, but just power through until the end of the meeting, and then you won't have to work with him again. The next phrasal verb is a 3-word phrasal verb, zero in on. Listen to the context of this sentence. Can you figure out what it means? In recent weeks, the reporters have been zeroing in on the president's private life. What do you think this means? Well, when you say to zero in on something, it means to focus on something. Listen to this other example. There are so many good ideas, but let's zero in on the best ones so that we can report to the manager. The next one is knockout. Knockout has several meanings, but I'm going to give you 3 of the main meanings of knockout. Listen to these sentences. I'm so sorry I missed your call. I knocked out early last night. You miss a call because you knocked out. So did you guess? Knockout means to fall asleep. Here's the second meaning. The boxer knocked out his opponent in the second round. In this sentence, knockout means to make someone unconscious. So he punched him, knocked him out. Here's the third meaning. If I can knock out these last 20 pages, I'll be done with my paper. In this sentence, to knock something out means to finish a task quickly. As you noticed with knockout, in English, many phrasal verbs have more than one meaning. In fact, some phrasal verbs can have 5, 6, 7, or even 8 different meanings. This is why whenever you hear a phrasal verb, don't go to your dictionary, don't go to your translator, but listen to the context. Using context clues to figure out vocabulary is much better than looking at a translator because your brain is figuring out the meaning and it's more likely to remember the next time you hear that phrasal verb. Phrasal verbs are one of the most important types of vocabulary that you can learn in order to improve your English. Native speakers use phrasal verbs all day, every day, because they're very informal. If you want to learn more phrasal verbs, check out this video where I teach you some more popular English phrasal verbs. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to click the link in my video to get 50% off your first video with Preply. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.